We interrupt this program to bring you the special Bones 4 Kickstarter update. Joining us in the newsroom is Ron Hawkins and Ed Pugh.
Hello, everybody in Kickstarter.
Where did that voice come from?
I don't know. It's sort of creepy, but I'll deal with it.
Magic. It's the voice of the devil, I think.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
All right. So we have the answers to your questions.
Well,
go
hold
ahead.
on.
Go.
Yeah. So, like he said, he's Ed Pugh,
And we have important paper.
and I'm Ron Hawkins,
Here's mine.
and we're here to bring you this special Kickstarter update for
announcement.
Bones 4. Yeah.
With all the answers.
So going to give you basically an update on kind of what's been going on, the plan for the future, the next few weeks.
When you're going to get your stuff.
Yeah,
Theoretically.
hopefully. So
Yeah.
let's just start with what has come before. So let's start there. What have we been doing the last couple weeks?
So we started off.
I'll let you talk.
Yes, thank you. You're going to interrupt me now? Okay. So anyway, we started off, and like we've always said, we want everybody to get their stuff together. So we have put into containers the UK, EU. Australia's over there in a can. And then starting this Wednesday, you'll be doing Canada, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Thursday.
So
Thursday is actually
Thursday
we
start.
start doing the Canada.
And that'll take a few days. And then all we're waiting for those are the various trucks to come pick it up in the case of Canada, the
Right.
container loading, all of that, and they're ready to go.
All right, so back up just a little bit. So what we've done, we've got the orders for the UK and EU pulled.
Yes.
We've got the orders for Australia pulled. Okay, these are now on pallets.
waiting to go.
They were unwrapped.
Yes.
Now we're waiting on shipping containers to arrive.
Yes. To load those particular, those
Yeah.
are
they're being
destination.
stored in shipping containers on our site, but those aren't. Now we've got to unload them from the containers, right?
No. From our containers
Yes.
into those.
Then
to
we
get
load
out.
them
Yes.
now, and we will be loading the EU and UK.
UK
containers.
starts tomorrow loading.
Yes, it does, and then they'll go through Wednesday,
Yes.
and then we will get the
Should have Australia early next week.
right. In the meantime, between those two events,
You're pulling Canada.
we're going to start Canada.
So that takes care of the rest of the world, as we would call it. Now, the next thing is, and the magic question is when do we start pulling for the U.S.?
Right.
That would be April the 8th, a Monday. That is what's on the schedule. Now, after they get through pushing Canada, and we've talked about these things before, but anyway, to put it into the timeline, after y'all are finished with Canada, you're going to tear everything down, and it gets moved across the street. So we have a much bigger area to work with.
Right. Yeah.
Less inventory issues.
One of the things we learned when we were pulling Australia, UK, Europe, is that the space that we have here in our main warehouse is just not big enough. We were there were boxes everywhere. People running into each other, loading and restocking the boxes for restock.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It was a lot, and it's just not efficient to do that.
So it'll get across the street. That's the week delay there. So on April 8th, it will kick off. Now, how long will it take, and when will your wave
Let me
arrive?
ask you one quick.
Yes, sir.
That is the scheduled.
Schedule time.
Now that could move. It could go
Yes.
out. It could come forward.
Forward. Yes.
Okay.
Generally, we like to talk in what we would refer to as worst case scenario. However, even sometimes worst case scenario isn't worse enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think April 8th is actually a pretty
Pretty
good-
solid date.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because setting up all this stuff to pull, it's not, you just don't flop out a
Get out
cardboard box and go, right?
Yeah, right.
There's a lot to set up.
So we would expect completion to be Monday, May 20th, which is approximately 7 weeks.
So why would you think
7
it's going
weeks?
to take so long?
Last time when we did one, we shut the whole shop down. And we went out and pulled just full time, 6 days a week, sometimes 7, get the crew in here on Sunday. And it still took 3.5 weeks for us to do.
What are the ramifications of shutting down your factory, your
For
work, your
3.5
business for 3.5 weeks?
Yeah, it doesn't. It's not easy to recover from. Nothing ships to distribution. That means the stores are out, or the whole process starts to push back and delay. Paint production is curtailed. Package, everything, internet control, everything. It just you can't. 3 weeks is about the max that we could sustain that, and then do a big push to catch back up.
Yeah. We don't make things. We don't package things. We don't ship things.
Nothing happens except Kickstarter. So we can't do that this time because this Kickstarter is substantially larger. By you estimated at least
30%.
Yeah.
Yeah, 30%.
So what we're going to do is run a 2-shift approach. In the mornings, 4 or 5 hours, because we have several different shifts here. So anyway, for about 4 or 5 hours, the entire shop will be working Kickstarter. this should average your yield to us approximately 500 orders every day. At that point, for the rest of the day, they leave, they come over here, and everybody does their job. So the factory continues. This whole process, we estimate, is going to take about 7 weeks to do it that way. So we're only adding on about 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, to what it was last time. Yeah, to the whole process. And really, that's the way we're going to do it. We don't really have the option of just shutting everything down for 5 weeks. So we're going to stretch it on out to 2 weeks, or add a couple more weeks to the end. Now, that's a reasonably solid date, but we do have a caveat.
We have a wild card.
A wild card.
A wild card in this.
There is still missing, we have one container that's not here. We already have, there are 3 items. They are the Tree of Despair, the Baba Yaga's Hut, the Chicken Shack, and then the Frost Giant Raiders. Okay.
And we have posted this in previous updates. These 3
So now, we already have several pallets of that here, but we don't have everything we need. So as we start, we will continue, and the theory is that container will arrive in time to where we'll see a seamless transition to go from there.
Right.
If that doesn't happen, we will continue to pull orders. However, we will set aside the orders that have any of those 3 items in it. So you might have had a wave 5, and you'll notice that all of a sudden we're pulling wave 6. If you see something like that, that's because we're still waiting on those 3 items. And we really don't have a choice here. We've worked with them. I mean, it's all happening, but a lot of factors on their end and all that. Anyway, it's going to be here.
That's what I was going to say. We actually did have a choice, and that was to either
wait till everything's here, which is what we've done in the past.
Right, or we go ahead and ship what we've got to the people, because there's no sense in making someone who ordered a core set wait for someone who ordered everything. And
right.
They're just waiting on Frost Giant Raiders to show up.
So anyway, it'll start to flow, and it will flow completely through. We're hoping to be a seamless thing. But full disclosure, we're trying to make sure all the cards are on the table so everybody knows, because we're already seeing when are you going to be hitting this wave, all these questions, and everybody's all excited. We're definitely excited. We want to get it all out to y'all.
Well, let me ask you a question then. So if I'm a customer and if I say, oh, well, I don't want, I'll go ahead and waive my Frost Giants or my Baba Yaga's Hut, go ahead and ship my stuff without that.
Can't do that. We're too close to the line. The data's already shoved into the system. It's just not practical. We can't find your order, pull those items out, and give you a credit for that. That's just not an option.
Another question. What if I send you extra money to ship a second package?
Won't work. Again, it's a matter of, you could send the money, we could get the money. It's finding your order in the process and where it comes up, and then applying it, and then going and finding it. It's not practical, because it just starts, the whole system for our side of fulfillment is it has to flow like a river, and you can't be dropping objects in the river that impede the flow of the water.
Right.
So that's the update. What did you add?
So we expect, we don't have an exact timetable, but the stuff for Europe will be in the container. It'll go across the Atlantic. It'll be hit our warehouse in the UK.
Yes.
And then from there, it'll go into
now. And because of the Brexit concerns, what is on the schedule at least is that he will be shipping, or they will ship out all of the outside of UK real fast, because it's all a barcoded system. It doesn't take that long. But he'll ship those first, and then he'll ship all the internal UK orders. And the Brexit was officially extended, at least to this point, to April 12th. So we don't have any reason not to think that we're not going to have the container there in time, et cetera, and get down that road.
Okay.
So
same thing for Australia. We'll ship it to Etherworks.
Etherworks will get it. Etherworks just splits it all up at one time, no matter where it's going, for that whole part of the planet, and it'll just ship out as soon as it shows up.
Okay. So you're still a few weeks away.
Right. You're still a few weeks. Canada, though, what we use is we are I guess a registered importer. I don't remember the technical phrase for it. But we will have 2 trucks go over. One is going to Toronto, one to Calgary. And each of those trucks will show up for the UPS facility in that area, and disgorge their packages, and it goes into that system and flows all the way out and flows through.
Right.
So all that will be happening while we're pulling and shipping here. So
yes.
The theory is we all get everybody gets everything at the same time.
That's the theory. That is the theory. We have no control once it goes into these shippers' hands how long it's going to take. I mean,
I won't jinx myself with giving you all the possible scenarios.
Right. But rest assured, we are doing everything we can to make sure you backers get everything that you got as soon as possible.
As soon as possible, yes.
And we really appreciate everyone's patience. There are a lot of people out there who have been very kind. We had a group of people who bought us lunch, did a GoFundMe.
Yes, we haven't scheduled that yet, but we will.
We really appreciate
everybody. When we start the U.S. portion, that's when we will schedule that lunch. We will get that video. That'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah. So again, this is what we have on the table. If something changes, we will do another update and let you guys know.
Let y'all know.
But,
So anyway, that's
what
about
is.
it. I mean, you're going to email us if you have problems. If you have anybody has questions, just tell them to come over and watch this video. It'll be posted on the Kickstarter website. It'll make the rounds, Facebook, YouTube, this, that. So we'll get it out to as much of an audience that we can get it to.
Right.
But it'll go to the Kickstarter first.
Okay.
So.
Yep. Right. We're going to post this. If you have questions about your Kickstarter order, email help@reaperlive.com. If you're an American, Canadian, Central South American customer and you have not changed your address yet, and you see that you need to do that, you have time to do it still. Canada, you still have time, but
it's closing fast.
Canada, you're closing extremely fast. America, you have a little bit of time, but you want to go ahead and get that done. Europe, it's too late. Australia, too late.
You're right. Yeah, those two already pulled.
Pacific, already gone. Yes. So. All right. Anything else you want to add?
That's about it. I don't, can't wait for y'all to get it. It's going to be fun.
You guys
can't wait to get it to y'all.
Yeah. Sorry it's taken so long, but I promise it's
But
well
then
worth the
again,
wait.
we did. This is the best we've done so far. I mean, we had told everybody February, and it is technically still March. I mean, we're nothing like last time's lateness. That was really bad.
Yeah.
So
again,
hope to see you soon.
Yeah. Thanks for y'all's patience, and we'll see you soon on
Take care.
Kickstarter.
I'm gonna get back to my important papers.
Yes, do that. And we're now returning you to your
Regularly scheduled program.